She washed the kids real quick while I go get some Pampers. She never came back with no Pampers. None. She came back with a beer and her mouth moving like. They raised me to be a mother before I was even a mother. Let's really talk about it.
Let's really clock it.
Let's talk facts. This lady didn't even give me my money, okay?
Yo, if you ain't gonna pay me, big dog, I take all this shit back.
This lady didn't even give me my money.
I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your face.
Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're not new here, hey girl, hey, how you doing? How you been? Where you from? Where you at? I haven't filmed outside in so long, y'all. It's about 90 degrees. This is why my car door's open, okay? This is something called a filler video, okay? Like, this is basically like a filler story time. It's when I don't have time to tell a real story time that I want to tell. So I gotta throw y'all a little, you know, little quick 20 to 30 minute one because, yeah, I still want to be consistent. So I still don't want to skip a day, even though I'm busy right now and I'm braiding hair. But I took a break before the sun go down just to come here and tell y'all a little quick story. It's still gonna be juicy, so don't click off the video. So yeah, let's get into it. Now this story time go way back, y'all. This story time go back when I was living on Walton. Y'all remember what I told y'all we was living on Walton when I was young? So yeah, when I was living on Walton, I told y'all I lived 1475 Walton Avenue. That was what, on 172nd Walton? Well, right down the block from us, it was like these green gates and stuff like that. And inside of there, it was a shelter, okay? The people down the block, they lived in a shelter or whatever. I happen to love the shelter kids, okay? At this point in life, I have never been in a shelter yet. I didn't go through my shelter days yet. I went through the shelter stuff after I left Walton. I had to be between about 8 to 10. It had to be around there because, yeah, I always wanted to go outside, whatever. Y'all know I lived with my cousins or whatever. Me and my cousins, we always lived together. I was the only child, but we all treat each other like brothers and sisters, share each other stuff and all types of stuff like that, right? When it was time for us to go outside, you know, a lot of crazy things happened to my grandmother, especially in the building that we was living in. So she really didn't want us to really go outside like that. She would tell us we could only go outside and we could go in front of the building. See, me, I wasn't with that because the building was mad short. It was like this long. So like, come on, I gotta ride my bike literally 2 feet and then turning around 2 feet to the point where I stopped riding a damn bike. I stopped riding the skates. I stopped doing everything because it's like all my friends, they going outside, they going around the corner, they going across the street to the top lot, and I can't go nowhere. I gotta just sit here and just do what? Watch SpongeBob kids? I don't want to do that. I want to go. I want to go outside. So this one day, whatever, I'm outside, whatever. So my mother, SpongeBob, they outside. This is when they was always outside, like 24/7. Them hoes lived outside. So my mother and SpongeBob, they was down the gate, like by the shelter. So they had a lot of friends down there. You know what I'm saying? So they was down the gate by the shelter or whatever. So, you know, I went down there. That was my time to beg. Let me get $5, mommy. Let me go to the store. You know, I got to get me a honey bun. You know, that's when everything was 50 cents, 25 cents. So I used to always ask my mother for $5. And then I used to go to the store and I used to get all the shelter kids some chips, okay? Me and all my peoples had 25-cent cakes, okay? We had 25-cent chips. We had a 25-cent juice. I used to look out for my shelter people because what? They was the littest kids on the block. All of the kids that didn't live in the shelter, they act like they was bougie. They act like their mother did not get food stamps. They act like they was not on welfare living in that building with the rats and the roaches. Let's really talk about it. Amen, amen.
I know that's right.
But yeah, they was acting real bougie in that building. So I used to love to go with the shelter kids because that was more my reach. I like them, you know what I'm saying? They coming outside with the juice stain all on their shirt. You could tell their parents, you know, they didn't really care like that. You know, no shade. I'm just saying. Let's tell the truth. But yeah, I love them kids. The snag-a-tooth ones, yeah, I like them ones. So boom, I see my mother and them by the gate or whatever, go asking for some money to get some stuff or whatever. Now in the midst of me asking them for money, they going into the gate and they talking to this lady. So we gonna call this lady, come on, Fly, whatever you is. We gonna call this lady, you know what? We gonna call this lady Coquiana.
For real?
Get into it. Read between the lines. So we gonna call this lady Coquiana. Of course, I didn't know this at the time, okay? So my mother and my aunt, whatever, they talking to Coquiana, you know, like they speaking like they friends and stuff. So they go inside Coquiana's house. Coquiana asking them questions. So I go in there too. Coquiana, she got a couple kids now. A couple of her kids got Pampers. A couple of them is, you know, they not big. Okay, so I would say if I was, so for example, if I was 10, I would say one of her oldest kid was about 8. okay, and the other 2 was in Pampers type joint, right? But let me tell you something, them kids was bad as shit, okay? Now, Coana house, listen, at first, I'm telling y'all this was a shelter now, but at first, back then, I didn't know this was a shelter. So when you go into the shelter or whatever, you go into the gate, because it's like a locked gate. People gotta let you in. When you go into the gate, you see like the windows on the first floor, they all got bars on it, as if they in jail and stuff. So me and my friends, we would always go to the bars like, lonely, I am so lonely. And talk to our friends through the bars, you feel me? Real jail call visits. That's what we was doing on Walton. So when we went in there or whatever, like I said, we goes inside Coana house. I ain't gonna cap, like Coana, she had a nice crib, but yo, it smelled like so much urine. You could tell the kids would, you could tell, okay? You could tell. So Coana, she also had a brother. I feel like my mother used to talk to that brother. I should have called my mother and asked her, did you talk to Coana brother? That's why we went there, like, because like, yeah, I didn't understand. I really didn't understand. But anyway, I say all of that just to say, so boom, my peoples, they know Coana. Period. Okay, now I don't believe that they were friends. I think they was mutuals, associates on the same block, you know, cool peoples, but I don't think they was like the best of friends. But all that took me to know is, oh my god, my parents, my aunt, everybody is cool with Coana, so like that means I could be cool with them too, right? Wrong. So one day it's me and my friend outside. Now y'all know my fake cousin I told y'all about, where we had a brawl with their family that lived down the hall. I forgot what I named her in the story. I really need to find her name because it's another story time coming up with her. But anyway, so I'm with that girl at the time. I goes down the block. Now we goes around the corner and we goes to the super of the building, y'all. Now if y'all don't know, I'ma just say his name because rest in peace, like he going now. But y'all, my mother had a trick when I was a kid, and now that I'm older, now I know. But when I was a kid back then, I didn't know. But every time I would go to this gate, or I would see my mother go to this gate, this man would be handing her money, being really nice to her. And I'm like, what you doing? His name was Zeno. He was the super in that building or whatever. So my mother used to go, she used to get all of this money. And I'm like, what she getting money for? So I remember me and all the shelter kids, we used to play outside or whatever. And we used to go around the corner to Zeno gate. And we used to just be begging.
That's crazy.
Like, oh, let me get a dollar. Let me get that. Let me get that. And he used to come to the thing and he used to tell us all to get away from the gate. And he used to say, come here, come here, come here. So I used to go to him. He used to be like, where's your mom? Where's your mom? I'm like, I don't know where my mom is. I don't know. She probably in the house. He used to be like, here, take this money. Take this money. He used to give me $5, $10, all of that. Like, every time I see him, he was asking me the same question. Where's your mom? Where's your mom?
Why?
That's why now that I'm older, now I know. Yeah, that was your trick this whole time. You think I'm dumb. I'm not. I was dumb when I was young, but I'm not dumb. Anyway, we go to the gate or whatever, like I said, and he basically shooing the kids away, so he gives me money or whatever. So I go to the store. I take my friend with me. We go to the store. We buy all the shelter kids chips, cakes, honey buns, ices. Like, we living it. This summer is lit, so we living it up. We living it up. Mind you, first of all, I'm already low-key in trouble because I told y'all I wasn't supposed to leave from in front of that building. Remember, I just told y'all my grandmother told me I could not leave from in front of that building. But did I listen? No, because when I was with the neighbor used to do whatever she wanted to do. Me and her was the same age, and she would never really get in trouble. So I'm like, I'm gonna follow her as long as I'm with her, as long as I return with her. I'm not gonna get my ass whooped, right?
Bitch, is you crazy?
So boom, we do all of that or whatever. We go back to the shelter. So now we go to the shelter, but we not in the people's house. We going to the window bars. Like, we going to the window bars or whatever. We talking to them. We handing them chips through the bars. We handing them stuff. Some of them coming out now. Coana, she had this son. I feel like he was the 8-year-old or whatever, but he came out and he used to love telling people to suck his thing. Like, you don't even have a thing. Like, that little boy was just so disrespectful, but he was always mad dirty and smelled like mad urine. So like, suck what? I would never. Like, you tripping. So me and him, like, we always used to fight. Like, I ain't gonna cap, we always used to fight. I used to have that nigga on the headlock. I used to throw him against the gate. Like, we used to really get it in. And Coana used to have to come out there and break up the fight all the time. And then she used to tell me like, oh, get your mother, go get your mother.
What you gonna do?
so I could tell your mother what's going on. And it's like, ain't you and my mother friends? Why you can't call her and contact her? That's how I knew they wasn't friends, because why you can't call her and contact her? Like, I just beat your son up and you telling me to, I'm not giving my mother, you tripping. So anyway, like I said, we still chilling over there. So now the sun is literally about to go down. I'm telling my friend from next door, I'm telling her like, yo, we gotta go back to the crib because listen, it's getting late. You know, we wasn't even supposed to leave from in front of the building. People was probably looking for us all day. Mind you, we been inside the shelter, outside play area in the courtyard that whole entire day. Like, if our parents was really looking for us and they thought we was missing, they walked down the block just a little bit, like a couple feet, you will see us inside the courtyard of the playground type John. I mean, of the shelter type John. I was kind of shaking up because I'm like, girl, it's getting dark. Like, I don't want to get beat. Like, you know, I'm known for getting embarrassed outside, getting beat in front of my friends and all of that. And then they act like, oh, I'm too embarrassed to do it again. I'm gonna do it again when I go back outside, dummy. Like, you don't have to keep beating me.
Dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So boom, the girl, she not listening. She still just chasing the boys around. She playing or whatever. We chilling. Like I said, that little boy come outside. Me and him have a little fight. It's nothing too big or whatever. So next thing I know, Coquiana, she calls us through the window. She tells us, come to the house. Come inside her house real quick. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we walk over there. We go into the house. The only reason why I agreed to even go in the house or walk over there, because I already seen my mother and my fake aunt go in there before. Like, I felt like they was friends back then. So that's why I said, cool, no problem. So I went to Coquiana or whatever. We went inside her house or whatever. So Coquiana, she started talking to her brother. Like, she basically lived with her boyfriend and her brother. I think the boyfriend and I don't know how they was related, but she tells us to come in or whatever. We comes in the house or whatever, and now she's talking to her boyfriend or whatever, and I don't know what the hell they saying. All I know is she tell me and the girl, she tell me, watch your kids right quick, we gonna run right to the store and we be right back.
Fuck no.
So I'm telling her, I'm saying, yo, it's getting dark. I can't watch the kids. Like, I'm going to get my A whooped. My mother's going to beat me. My grandmother's going to be looking for me. I can't watch the kids. And the neighbor that's with me, she definitely can't watch the kids. Like, my grandmother and her grandmother is best friends. Like, they talk. They real life friends, sis. Like, it's not giving that. So she started bribing us like, oh, no, I give you $10 when I get back if you watch these kids. So $10. $10 at the little age I was a lot of money to me. Do you know what I could do with $10? I could do mad stuff with $10, y'all. Like, literally, I could do mad shit with $10. So I was like, $10? So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for this 10. I'm getting this 10. Like, yep. So the girl that lives down the hall from me, she's basically trying to tell me, like, oh, I gotta split the $10 with her because she's watching the kids with me. So me and her start arguing. We start fake fighting and all of that because I'm telling her, like, no, this is my $10. Like, long story short, the girl left. She got mad and she left. Coquiana and her boyfriend left. So now I'm in the house with her 3 kids, y'all. Like I said, the oldest, he probably about 8. I'm probably about 10 at the time. The other 2, one probably about 5, one probably about 3. 2 of them is in Pampers. Y'all, the house smells like piss. It smells like piss so bad. I'm literally like throwing up in my mouth as I'm in the crib. Like, so I go to the little brother's room. I'm looking at the room now. Granted, the house was not dirty at all. The house was not dirty at all. But when I tell you, it just reeked of urine. Like, it was so bad. Yo, it was so bad. So now as I'm sitting there, we're not even 5 minutes in. Coquiana, she done left or whatever. She told me to lock the door behind her. I locked the door. I'm low-key panicking because I'm like, yo, my folks not gonna know where I'm at. Like, there's no way for me to contact them. I don't have a phone. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm gonna contact my folks and tell them where I'm at. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in front of the building. I know they probably downstairs looking for me by now. But then I kept thinking about that $10 and I'm like, nah, I could use that $10. No cap. Like, no cap, because at this time I was young, so my grandmother's only giving me like $1.75. Like, how you not even making $2? Like, how you give me $1.75? Where the other quarters, sis?
Okay.
Like, it was just always something off. Like, so I was happy about the $10. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do what I need to do, y'all. So I'm sitting there on a little brother bed. I'm putting on Cartoon Network. That's when we had the cable boxes with the red letters. You know, you take the card out and you can't use it no more. If that card come out, yeah, that was that back then. When the letters was on top, the Nickelodeon and all of that, and the Cartoon Network, it was like 31, 32, 30. Yep, those was the late night good channels. We watching that or whatever, y'all. I'm sitting on the bed. All of a sudden, I see the little brother run past and his little wiener is out, y'all. These kids is in the room getting butt naked, flying across the bed.
No, I'm not doing this.
Listen, Listen, if I'm lying, I'm dying. The older one, he came out, he had the Spider-Man suit on. Okay, he had the Spider-Man suit on, his Halloween, I guess his old Halloween costume. Long story short, you could tell the little boy done took off the drawers because his thing was, yo, listen, this lady done left me in her house with her kids. And I only know them from playing with them in a shelter. I don't know them. Yeah, I got little cousins. I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm just looking. So then the other little boy, he comes. He's crying. He keeps crying. He's crying. He's crying. So I'm like, what is he crying for? Y'all go to touch his pamper. His pamper is so pissy. It's hanging. Like, it's hanging. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, I'm a little girl. Like, I can't be over here changing kids' pampers. Like, what? Like, you can't, what? I can't be doing this. Like, oh, she need to hurry up. Because, listen, the store was literally down the block. It literally like 25 minutes done passed and this lady still did not come back. So I'm sitting here like, which store did this lady go to? Like, literally, which store did this lady go to that I'm not, like, that she not back yet? Like, come on, I can't even run outside to check if she back because these kids is wild. So the little boy, his pamper is so pissy, like it's just hanging. Now I know a little about changing pampers, a little 1 and 2, because I was changing SpongeBob kids pampers early, feel me? Trev was the youngest out of all of us, so we was still like changing Trev pampers and stuff and all of that. Not during this time, but I'm saying like recent. So I knew what I was doing or whatever, but I didn't want to touch him because I'm like, I don't really know them like that to just change a pamper. But the little boy, he just kept crying and like pulling at his pamper. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm looking around, I'm trying to find another pamper, y'all. I cannot find no pampers for this little boy.
For real?
None. So I'm sitting there, I'm wrecking the room, I'm trying to find it. I'm telling the little boy, 8-year-old, the oldest one, I'm like, yo, help me find the pampers. Where the pampers at? He's telling me it's no pampers. What you mean there's no pampers? He got a pamper on. It gotta be pampers. Like, you can't tell me it's no pampers in here. So he arguing me down, telling me that it is no pampers, that's what his parents went to the store to get in the first place.
And I want no parts.
Why didn't they tell me that? Second of all, why didn't I know that? Listen, I didn't know I had to change a pamper. Listen, at this point, I'm annoyed. So now I say, you know what? I can't just leave him in the pamper. So I'm gonna just leave him. I'm gonna take the pamper off. I'm gonna give him a bath. And then I'm gonna put his pants, like one of his new pants, his clean pants on him, something like that. Until she get back, because I can't leave him just in the pamper. Like, it's saggy to the point where when I went to take it off, you know the white stuff that come out the pamper? I don't really know what it's called, but you know that white foamy stuff, it was just dropping out the pamper. Oh my God. And I'm just a little girl. I'm like, ew. The brother making jokes, he trying to play fight. I'm really trying to be in mom mode, and I'm like 10 trying to be a mom. Like, what the hell? It was crazy that day. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, she's still not back yet. I say about a good hour go past, because baby, the store's right down the block. You could make it to the store and back in 5 minutes, because if you really turn the corner and go down the hill, it's one store down there. But if you go straight down to 170, it's one store right there, right next to the school. So what was taking them so long? I feel like she played me. But listen, keep listening. So all this is going on. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna just wash him up. So I put the little boy inside the thing. I'll never forget this little boy's name, y'all. It started with an L. I'm not gonna say it, but I'll never forget this little boy name. Neglectful mother. See, at that time, I didn't even know what neglectful was. I didn't even know what it meant. I didn't know people was even capable of this. But now that I'm grown, neglectful, okay? So I take the little boy and I put him in the tub and I wash him up. I'm telling you, I know my little ones and twos, because I used to help with my little cousins. Like, come on, like, they raised me to be a mother before I was even a mother. Let's really talk about it.
Let's really clock it.
Let's talk facts. So this little boy, I throw him in the tub or whatever. Not literally throw him in the tub, but I put him in the tub or whatever. I wash him up, wash him down, get the little baby lotion. You know, this is when everybody was using a Johnson. So I picked the little Johnson, start putting it on him. So then now I gets down to the private area, and y'all, his stink is mad red. Like, the rash this little boy got. If I could go back in time and call ACS on that lady and get her kids removed, I would. I didn't know back then though, you know, like, oh, this is not supposed to be this. I'm just like, oh, he's breaking out, you know. Put a little baby powder down there, because that's what I thought I had to do. Like, the little boy told me his mom do it all the time. So I put the baby powder down there. So I goes to put some pants on him. I'm looking through the pants. I'm asking them where they clothes at. They telling me, yeah, I'm looking through the pants. I'm going through all of the dresses. Every piece of clothing smelled like urine. Like every single piece of clothing. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Like I cannot make this shit up. Every single piece of clothing smelled like urine. So now I'm sitting here like, what am I gonna put on him? So now I'm like, yo, even the clean clothes smell like urine. I'm going in the dresses that smell like urine. The dirty clothes smell like urine. Like every single thing will smell like urine. So I'm like, what am I supposed to put on this little boy, y'all? I didn't put nothing on the little boy.
Calling the police.
I literally didn't put nothing on the little boy because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. So now at this time, y'all, I'm by the window. Now I'm by the window and I'm screaming my friend's name. I'm like, yo, come here. You know, the next door neighbor girl, I forgot her name, but I'm screaming her name because I'm thinking she probably still in the courtyard. I'm trying to tell her, like, please go tell my peoples that, like, I'm in the crib with this lady's kids. Like, what's up with it? What's up with it? Now at the time, y'all, me and the neighbor from next door, we had like we had both had a crush on this boy from downstairs. Like that was like our little boo thing. And at the time when she had left back outside, our little boo thing was in the courtyard playing or whatever. So the girl, she playing, I'm just call her Shay. I feel like that's what I named her anyway. But anyway, Shay, she over there with the boy that we both like, and she over here flirting with him, playing with him, while I'm telling her to go tell my parents, like, I need help, I'm trapped in a crib. And she's just like, oh yeah, she's trapped, I'm gonna be with my boo and hug on my boo. And it got me mad because I want to beat her up. When I tell you, me and her used to fight every day over this boy, y'all. We ain't never even kissed the boy, okay? We ain't never even hugged the boy. And we like, no, that's our boyfriend, that's our boyfriend. And then we used to fight because I always wanted to be Raven and stuff and Aqua, because you know how the Cheetah Girls were. So I'm like, I always want to be Raven or Aqua. She always wanted to be it too. So we would be singing over each other mad loud. And one day I sung over her and I was singing way better than her, and my friends was telling her like, oh, Charisma sound good singing it. And she turns around and punched me in my shit in front of the building. We started fighting. But yeah, me and this girl, we was always fighting because like, yeah, she wanted my man who wasn't my man, and I wanted her man who wasn't her man. And this boy wasn't even cute. Like, we was mad little, like fighting over crushes. So she over there flirting with the boy, and I'm low-key getting mad because now I'm screaming at the bars. It's really like I'm in jail. I'm holding the bar screaming like, go tell my mother when I come out of here, I'm gonna beat you up, I swear to God. Like, because I mean, listen, I'm trying to go. Like, if I sit here any longer, I'm gonna smell like pee. Like, what's up with it? He's not listening to me. So I call a crushed boy, and he comes to the gate. I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, when her mother come back, she said she gonna give me $10. I split it with you. I split the money with you if you go please tell my grandmother, my mother, that like I'm trapped in here. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just wanted somebody to know where I was so that they wouldn't think like, oh, something going on, let's do a missing person, stuff like that. Long story short, we're gonna fast forward. I say about a good 2 hours passed. It was about 9:30 going on 10 o'clock. This lady walked in the door, y'all. And when I tell you this lady walked in the door, y'all, this lady didn't even give me my money, okay?
Yo, if you ain't gonna pay me, big dog, I take all this shit back.
This lady didn't even give me my money, okay? Like, I'm sitting here telling her everything that was happening. Like, yeah, your kids ain't got no clean clothes. Like, they was pissy. What's going on? You took mad long, y'all. The lady was pissy drunk. She was pissy drunk. At least I thought she was pissy drunk, right? Because the lady, she used to drink mad beers. At this time, I never seen a lady drink beers. Like, I didn't even think ladies drink beers. I thought only beer was for men. Even to this day, I don't touch a beer because that's a man's drink. That put hair on your face and your chest. Like, them beer drinkers, they be having them big bellies. Like, they be like, yeah, cause like, she sound like she smoked 28 cigarettes before she came back. Like, it was horrible. So I'm just sitting here, I'm like, oh, she not giving me my money, nothing. Mind you, I'm little, so I'm not about to sit here and disrespect the lady or nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just go to the crib, y'all. It's dark. It is dark. I walks up the block to the crib. Mind you, there's still people outside because you know the Bronx never sleeps, never sleeps. So it's still a couple kids outside playing. There's still some adults outside playing dominoes, stuff like that. I goes upstairs, y'all. My grandmother is sitting there at the couch with her lips poked out. Like, now, you know, if you know my grandmother, she had them lips poked out. Oh yeah, it was on. It was lit for you. So I walks in or whatever. Mind you, I got the defeated look on my face because, baby, I didn't even get my $10. I just literally did all that work for nothing. Shay, she's petty. She didn't even tell my grandmother that where I was.
Got it. Noted. You're a weird bitch.
So boom, I walks in the house. My grandmother's asking me like, oh, where the fuck was you at? I told you could only be in front of the building. Why was you other places? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't let you do nothing, because you don't listen. You just like your mother. Da, da, da. I'm telling you, the line "you're just like your mother" started way early. Even when I was innocent, I could do something little like oh, Nana, buy me a honey bun. You just like your mother. Like, the line started way early. Oh, you just like your mother, da da da. And I'm just trying to explain to her, like, you think I'm doing anything? You think I'm running away, being grown, whatever? Okay, you're right, because yeah, I was supposed to stay in front of the building and I didn't. But I'm trying to explain to you, like, Coquiana asked me to watch her kids. My grandmother started going off. Who the fuck is Coquiana? Da 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 da. Boom 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 boom. She grabs the house phone, call my mother. My mother used to chill on White Place and stuff. For the people who live in the Bronx, y'all know what it is. But my mother used to chill on White Place and stuff. My mother zooms in the block, her and SpongeBob. So they like, what happened? What happened? So I'm telling them the whole story of what happened. Like, yeah, like Coquiana, she asked me to watch her kids, basically. And like, yeah, she said she was going to the store. She said she was gonna give me $10. Da da da. So my mother and them asked me, why the fuck would you go watch her kid? Like, who is she? Like, she not even all that like. Like, so I'm telling them, like, I seen y'all go house before. Like, I thought, you know, that, you know. And come to find out, the girl, she was on a Coquiana. So they had to give her the Coquiana. Like, listen, we was filling the lines. But I didn't know that. I thought they was associates. So I'm like, damn, I went to a fiend crib.
Exiting the chat.
Thinking... I went to the feed crib thinking that y'all was best of friends. And like, yeah, so I'm telling my mother and SpongeBob, like, yeah, she left me in the house with the kids. She told me she'll be back. She going to the store. She gonna give me $10, y'all. She stayed gone all this time. She just had got back. She didn't give me no $10. Her kids was pissy. I'm telling them the whole story, every single thing that happened. So my mother like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Alright. SpongeBob, she like, yeah, that's what you get because nobody told you to go down there.
Shut the fuck up.
You should never have been down there. Why would you watch that bitch kids? Same reason why I'm watching your kids while you running off, ho. Get in the room and watch your kids, bitch. Yeah. My mom, she had went down there or whatever. My mom's SpongeBob, they goes down there or whatever. So they knocks on Coquiana window. Coquiana comes out. So she tell her basically, like, because my mother made me go with her because she like, yeah, you gonna come down here with me because I want her to say that you lying. I want her to say that you lying because they really felt I was lying, that I wasn't in this lady's house. And I'm trying to tell them I wasn't this lady's house. So we go down there and my mother say all of this stuff. She's like, oh, you had my daughter in your house. What happened? Da 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 da. So Coquiana's like, oh no, I just asked her because she watched the kids real quick while I go get some Pampers. She never came back with no Pampers. None. She came back with a bear and her mouth moving like. She never came back with no Pampers. My mother's talking or whatever. You know, I'm trying to stay out of grown folks' business, but I'm trying to talk. I'm like, yeah, she said she's gonna give me $10. She never gave me $10, whatever. Y'all, long story short, my mother made that lady gave me my $10. She cursed her out and she cursed me out. Like, my mother cursed us all out. Like, she was like, who the fuck you think you is? Don't ever ask my daughter. Don't you ever ask my motherfucking daughter to watch your motherfucking kids, ho, cause I'll knock you out. And then SpongeBob comes like, yeah, bitch, cause I pull you off the grave. Da, 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 da. Like, they was gonna end. So long story short, like, ever since then, when I would go outside and I would see Coquiana, like, she would just have a little attitude with me, I guess, because, yeah, like, my mother made you give me my money. Yeah, because you owe me that money. You told me to watch your kids, and I did. And you said you was going to the store. You was not going to the store. Y'all, she left me with the fucking kids. These niggas in the Spider-Man suits, like, jumping across. Like, the little nigga, he jumped across like that. And his whole little pissy thing was in my face when he was jumping. I was just thinking, moral of the story, watch your kids. Watch your kids, because this is the type of shit that be going on. These adults, they be like, oh, can you do this for me? And we thinking because they adults, and we thinking because they y'all friends that we got permission to do it, right? But yeah, anything could have went wrong. Anything could have happened. I could have been kidnapped. Something could have happened. Somebody could have knocked on the door, anything could have happened. And you see me, I'm over there fiending for a little $10.
But this is what the problem actually is, though.
Over here fiending for a little $10. But yeah, I never went back in her house after that. I still did chill in the shelter, and I chilled with her kids too in the courtyard or whatever. But I never went back in her house after that. Never really said two words to the lady. I stayed in the child's place, minding my business. But yeah, that's really all that happened. Like, my mother checked her and she ain't never played with no other little girl again at all. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of the story time. If y'all like the story time, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow all of my social medias. And yeah, I need to go do my daughter hair. So I'll see y'all on Thursday, okay? I feel like the Thursday story time, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all about baby boy. I ain't get a chance to record this yet. I'm literally recording this right now, Sunday, and this has to be up tomorrow. So hopefully I can get it up for y'all tomorrow, because I'm about to start some box braids right now. But yeah, I love y'all. Bye. And then I also went to ankles. How much y'all think this is?